third time's a charm. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin and his Scottish actress fiancée are married by Mike Pence in front of Trump, Melania and Ivanka in lavish, star-studded DC ceremony.Third time might be a charm for U.S. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin, who wed his Scottish actress fiancée Louise Linton in front of President Trump and the First Lady at a lavish, star-studded ceremony in Washington, D.C. on Saturday. It's the third marriage for ex-banker Mnuchin, 54, who is reportedly worth upwards of $300 million, and the second marriage for Linton, 36, an Edinburgh-born actress who has appeared in several Hollywood films. She was married to Hollywood lawyer Ronald Richards. They divorced in 2009. The pair exchanged vows on Saturday evening at the Andrew W. Mellon Auditorium on the National Mall. The 300-person guest list included President Trump, First Lady Melania, and Vice President Mike Pence. Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner also attended the lavish ceremony. The vice president officiated the couple's wedding. Trump and the First Lady were spotted leaving the White House shortly before the ceremony. Their motorcade entered the wedding venue through a tunnel in the building. Melania was dressed in a sleeveless, pale pink geometric silk chiffon gown. The First Lady wore manila blonic pumps and had her hair down in loose waves. Jared and Ivanka arrived on a private bus reserved for wedding guests after they were earlier spotted leaving the Trump International Hotel in D.C. Ivanka also opted for a pink dress that almost perfectly matched the bridesmaids' gowns. The first daughter styled her strappy dress with chandelier earrings and she had her blonde hair swept into a updo. Her husband Jared was dressed smartly in a dark tux and bow tie. The bride wore a custom dress by designer Ines DeSanto, who reportedly flew to D.C. from Toronto in April to work on the gown. The design house described the dress as very grand. The bridesmaids were pictured wearing light peach-colored dresses with deep plunging necklines and sequin straps as they carried white flower bouquets. Mnuchin met Linton 4 years ago while attending a wedding in Los Angeles, the bride told the New York Times. At the time, Mnuchin was still married to his second wife, Heather DeForest Crosby. They divorced in 2014, after 15 years of marriage. It wasn't long before the Mnuchin and Linton started shopping for a diamond, the bride pointed out one she admired while they were visiting Art Basel in Miami a few years ago, and was thrilled when Mnuchin proposed with a similar ring. "It's quite an old-fashioned shape but I love it," Linton told Town & Country earlier this month. 3 years later he proposed to me with an oval ring just like the one we saw in the window. Mnuchin, a former Goldman Sachs executive, left the industry to lead the Treasury Department earlier this year. Linton most recently starred in the 2016 independent thriller Intruder, where she played a cellist whose home is broken into by a stalker. Although the film was largely panned by critics, the Los Angeles Times said Linton had an appealing screen presence despite the flavorless movie. Linton's British accent comes and goes, to the point that you honestly can't tell whether the character she's playing is supposed to be British or not, complained Variety. Linton also appeared as Deputy Winston in the 2016 low-budget remake of the 2002 cult horror movie Cabin Fever, another critical dud, and had a minor supporting role in 2016's Warren Beatty film The Rules Don't Apply. Linton moved from Scotland to Los Angeles for college. She studied journalism at Pepperdine University and later attended University of West LA Law School while also pursuing an acting career. Her other credits include roles on CSI, NY and the made-for-TV movie William and Kate, in which she played a close friend of Kate Middleton. Mnuchin has also waded into the movie industry, with more commercial success. He co-founded a production company, Dune Entertainment, in 2004, which has produced hits like Lego Movie, American Sniper, and Wonder Woman. Mnuchin left the company when he joined the Trump administration, and tapped Linton as interim CEO. The move was greeted with criticism from Democrats who claimed it was an ethics conflict, and Linton has since stepped down. Mnuchin graduated from Yale University in 1985 and quickly rose through the hedge fund world. He was a partner at Goldman Sachs for over a decade, before starting his own fund Dune Capital Management. He also became acquainted with Donald Trump, investing in several of his properties. The newlyweds recently purchased a $12.6 million mansion in Northwest Washington where they reportedly plan to move shortly after the wedding. Mnuchin has 3 children from his prior marriage.